Hey everybody, this is Mustafa. This is my eyebrow tutorial that everybody has been asking me about. I finally got around to do it, so I'm about to do it right now. But first we go into that, there were a couple of photos that need to be addressed, and I'm trying to figure out why the fuck y'all thought it was okay to look like this. Oh my God. Is she okay? Okay, so let's just go over the base rules of eyebrows. I drew up a diagram. No, I don't want to see those motherfucking circles of life, the semicircles, sitting on the top of your fucking face. Don't do it. It looks a mess. No. The ultra thick ones where people just get the pencil and just draw it on and don't do anything to it, don't do that. You look like Mr. Potato Head. It is not cute. Stop it. The babies, you know damn well not to try that shit. Last but not least, this would be the most ideal eyebrow out of all of these. There are some that are a little bit different and some that will fly under the that'll fly under the radar for being appropriate, especially if you're doing like a high fashion. I know that I've seen like the ones that go up. That's okay if you're doing like a high fashion thing, but for normal everyday wear, these would be the most ideal. You want to make sure it has that slight arch, but still have that thickness at the front and then get skinnier toward the ends. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. So now let's really begin. As you can see, I've already beat you guys to the punch and already did one side. So I'm going to do this side for you guys. Now, another thing I wanted to say is you can't try to do your eyebrows with any cosmetics or anything. If you have like insanely bushy eyebrows or have like no eyebrows at all, it might look funny. You need to go get your eyebrows done by someone professional, or you need to learn how to do them at home by yourself. Because if you have a lot of excess hair, the concealer is only gonna cover up so much. You need to try to get it done or do it yourself. The razors are really cheap. They're like $1. You can learn how to do it. I learned how to do it. So once you like have your eyebrows shaped up or whatnot, you need to get like a regular toothbrush. I wouldn't advise using this again, but get like a regular toothbrush or get like a cosmetic comb, like the really small ones, and just brush it out. Brush it up and then brush it to the side like this. Now, I know you guys are thinking, why this bitch doesn't have on makeup. He looks a fucking mess. Bear with me, I'm going through some really hard times right now. Hard times! Focus on the eyebrow. So yeah, brush that out. And I might have to put on my glasses because I have terrible eyesight and I need to see the mirror, but you guys will still be able to see my eyebrow. Once your eyebrows are shaped up and brushed out, I'm going to take my L'Oreal brown eyebrow pencil. It's like a chunky one. You can get a small one. Any eyebrow pencil can work. Just be kind of leery of these type of pencils. Like the pencils that you get like cheap, like these right here, aren't just gonna, they're not gonna have the same consistency as some of these other pencils. So you want to make sure you get like an okay kind of brand. Like L'Oreal's good, Revlon's good. I've even been to the hair store and they've had a couple good ones. But get a regular pencil. I'm using brown because really dark, really black ones, I don't really like those often. And I'm just brushing it in. It's like a coloring book, and you're trying your best to color inside the lines, which is your eyebrow. Now, it's perfectly fine if you happen to go out of the box or out of the, not box, I'm sorry, I'm such a dumbass. Outside of the eyebrow, it's okay because the concealer is going to cover that up anyway. And you can see that I've used this pencil to kind of elongate the eyebrow because this eyebrow over here is shorter than this one. I don't know, it's really weird. So yeah, make sure you just give that a good old coloring in. Nothing too hard because you will still want to make sure it looks natural. Now I'm going to use my L'Oreal brown eyeshadow. It's originally for eyes, but I'm using it on my eyebrows. Rebel. But I'm also going to use my angle brush that I think I got from Walmart. And sometimes I like to use the angle brushes that I find in the paint section. Those look really good too. I like angle brushes that make sure it's really, really sharp. Like the points are sharp. I don't like really rounded edges on anything. And with that, I'm just gonna line it up. Just line that shit up. And it'll drag out depending on the consistency. That's why I love that eyebrow pencil so much, because that eyebrow pencil is heavy, but it's still light enough to move when I drag my eyebrow, my angle brush through it. And that is done. You see, it's been elongated. It's totally different from what I started for, but I'm still not done yet. Here's a part you're gonna have to practice really hard at. You're gonna take a concealer brush. It came in the same pack as this, and I think the pack was like $3. And then I'm going to use this CoverGirl concealer. I'm just gonna get a bit off of here. I gotta be ghetto for a moment and take it off of here. But I'm gonna use this. Now this concealer might be a bit too light for me, but when I blend in my foundation with it and everything, because I usually don't go out with just my eyebrows done, it'll look it'll look better. I'll just say it looks a lot much better than just walk around with these and then you have like the lighter tone around the eyebrows that looks kind of funny. So I'm just gonna take a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to, people say you shouldn't like stretch your skin when you're doing your makeup. I say fuck that, because I'd rather look okay now and have bags later and stretch marks later than to be walking around looking like a fucking fool. So you pull it up and you're just going to cover. You're gonna conceal the hell out of that, because nobody needs to see any of that down there. And like I said, this might be a bit too light for me. I had another one, but I can't find it. And I might be out all of it. So I'm just gonna use this one. I have a darker concealer too that I can always put over it. But if it's like one tone lighter than your usual concealer, it'll be fine. It's not gonna make no huge difference. Just don't go fucking 20,000 shades lighter than what your ass knew you wasn't. And right here, as you can see me, I'm just going to paint around it. You see I'm going around, getting that shape. Painting. And don't be afraid to go a little heavy on it with the concealer. You can never have too much concealer. The less stuff people actually see, the better. Because what you have up under the makeup isn't any of their business. And I usually, after I'm done putting on my concealer, I kind of like to let it sit and bake for a moment, because it just does so much better once it bakes. Like when you just let it sit, like it just does something magical. Like it's just easier to maneuver instead of slipping and sliding everywhere. It'll get like stiff for a minute, and then it'll just kind of move around slowly, which will help blend better, and it won't be like sloshing everywhere. So we're just gonna wait for a couple seconds. So once that's done, I'm gonna take my blending brush. What I'm talking about, not a fucking blending brush. Blending sponge. And I'm just gonna work around this and blend it out. And up under here. I also love these other little sponges, because you can just move so easily with them, and you can get that perfect angle right here. Those other blending sponges are actually for like other parts of your face, but I use everything. Everything, everywhere. I live no holds barred. Okay, so once you got that, the only thing left to do now is to outline it. Now I'm going to take my angle brush again, and then I'm going to take my Maybelline Eye Studio. Love Maybelline, but I'm going to take that. It's brown. Don't do it in a different color. You're looking fucking crazy. Light it on a little bit. And then I'm going to just outline it. Nothing else. sponge again because some of that concealer, sorry, sound freaking retarded, loves to just sit around and linger. And that is it, my dear. And as you can see, my other eyebrow is done. You can do this, you can do this, and it just looks so cool. And it takes a long time to actually get your eyebrows to be even because nobody's eyebrows are like naturally the same. Like it's really, really hard to get them even. But you can always perfect that when you get better at doing your eyebrows. But this is it. I hope that I've helped you. There'll be more videos on the way. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, let me know. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I will have some links below. I have some information below for you all. I hope you all have a blessed night. Good night, bitches.